Hello, chess friends. I'm going to play a bot and then maybe do some puzzles and maybe somebody will join. So I'm going to share the entire screen, share system audio, and share. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's okay, I still have this. Okay, Wendy 1500. Here we go. We'll start with the black pieces. And since I won 3 stars, since I won 3 stars, I can do the challenge mode. Which I think maintains the chat, but nothing else. Okay. Actually, no. Let me get off the challenge mode. I wanted a custom mode because the custom mode allows me to choose the time control. Let's go back to play bots. I do want Wendy, and I want to play her with the black pieces. However, I want to put a time control in there, so that goes to custom mode, and that makes me go at a certain speed. The bot's going to play immediately, no matter what. So let's go custom. We got the chat and the time control be 15 plus 10. And because I'm not using any other helps, I'll still get 3 stars if I win. So here we go. Okay, black. E5. She likes how the game is starting. If I restart. Let's see. First position is what she seeks. Let me see how this is working. Okay, I'm right down there. Right. Okay. So I think I will play knight c6 today. Here, I'm going to invite her to go for the knight g5. d5, 4. Okay, d4 is fine. So this is a Scotch Gambit, I think. So yeah. With e5 now, I play d5. She didn't go for it. That's fine. Bishop e7. Well, should I take that? Maybe. Knight takes e4, rook e1, pawn d5. Yeah, I lose a pawn, but it's okay. Let's try. If knight takes pawn, knight to g5, d5. Knight takes pawn, rook e1, d5. And knight takes pawn. Knight takes pawn, pawn takes bishop. Let's try. Knight takes e4. I knew that was coming. Okay. No problem. Bishop e7. So bishop e7. Bishop takes, knight takes. Okay, knight takes. Sure. Queen takes there. Okay. What are we doing here? Pawn takes bishop. Then we have queen takes knight. So instead, I will castle. Okay, here we go. I don't think that was bishop d3 was a good move. So I've got all kinds of possibilities now, like c5. I'm a pawn up, and so I can afford to why play c5 if I can attack the queen straight away? What's the idea behind c5? The queen must flee to which square? Let's think about. But I like it. It's aggressive, so let's do that. Okay. I think I can hit the queen some more. How about bishop to d7? Or with queen go? Queen should go attack something that's not pinned down. Can attack this pawn. No, I don't think so. So now he's threatening pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, and then queen takes on queen takes right there. Okay. Let's try there's no reason to guard that pawn. It's sort of passive because he just wins a pawn here. Takes, rook takes. Okay. So it's at least let's give him Okay, I'll play this. I'll let this pawn go. Here. Picks up the pawn with bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes. He don't want that for some reason. Retreat now. Have good development. You can take that pawn, is fine. Pawn's attack twice. And the knight's attack twice, that is. So we'll just bring the knight over here. It's not attacked twice. Okay. And I'll connect my rooks now. Here. Also threatening b6. Kick the queen out of my territory. And time to improve the rooks. I have 3 pawn islands. He has 2. I think he has some kind of advantage here. However, I can take over the e-file now. Oh, this pawn's back here, isn't it? Let's continue to stay active. Okay, so now if knight takes queen, knight takes, the knight has no other targets. My rook is at 7th rank. Here's a better pawn structure than the endgame. Or maybe there's something else here. I could. My queen's a desperado. I could play queen takes pawn. Check. All right, knight takes queen. He takes this pawn to try to regain material. Then my rook gets to the 7th rank. Perhaps. Well, the knight is pinned, though. That's the thing. Okay, the knight's pinned. If queen here, the knight's pinned. He could support his queen with b4. But that just brings... I think perhaps his knight might be trapped after... Knight takes queen. Knight takes queen. Where's his escape route for his knight? Rook to c8. And I don't see how his knight escapes. Okay. Oh, so he did drop a piece. Good. Okay, my knight is not trapped. This is. So let's move that knight to a place where now I have 2 pawn islands, and he has 2 pawn islands. However, I have an extra piece. And let's go here. This is completely winning now. So here we go. I'm going to put a black pawn on here. Oops. Let's see. And we're now queen. And how do I want to do this? Okay. I don't think I got to over 90%, which is my normal goal. These bots in the so-called advanced realm, they start with 1500, are trickier. I was getting over 90% against the intermediate bots. So one blunder. Okay, I had a blunder in there for sure. Let's go to game review. Got no great moves, which means there's no exclamations. Yep, that's what I thought. All those 90% I was getting was because I was playing the weaker bots. I was playing the what do you call it? The intermediate bots. So now this is close to the truth. I'm playing about this 1500, and I've got all these mistakes. One blunder too. Well, let's first look at the inaccuracies.
You are losing a pawn this way.
By castle, I'm losing a pawn. Okay. Let's show the follow-up. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I guess I am losing a pawn. I'm giving back the pawn because I was confused. But I'm giving back the pawn. I was a pawn ahead. So yeah. Let's see. What else is there? Let's go back here. That was the inaccuracy. What's the other inaccuracy?
They overlooked an opportunity to tactically win a pawn.
Which is okay. White's still worse here, so that's fine. And so let me see here. What's the mistake? Two mistakes. Let's see. And then one blunder.
Your bishop is less active now.
Well, yeah, I mean, the idea was I was going to pull this out. What should I have done instead?
This is the only move that works. This creates a pawn.
I shouldn't have sacrificed that. I should have just played that move, even though it's okay. Sure.
You saw your chance for the win with a nice tactic. And
Not sure what the nice tactic was. Let's go for the blunder. Which blunder did I make?
Ouch, you left your pawn hanging.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, I did do that. I know it's leaving it hanging, but I thought that I regroup my forces and do something else. Because I thought if I protected this pawn here, he would just take here and he still go up a pawn. No, not after my bishop is there. He can't do that. Yes, he can. He can take with the knight. And then after pawn takes, bishop takes, and he's won a pawn. Anyway, so that's what I was thinking. Even if I played b6, he would win my d pawn. So I'm leaving my knight there. But let's see the best. Okay.
This is an equal trade.
Yeah, just take that off. And then I guess play b6. Okay. What was I thinking? Okay. So let's see here. Probably I'll do another one. Why not? Okay, let's play Wendy-BOT again, but But this time we'll play with the white pieces and see how she does. Let's go to rematch. Oh no, I don't want that. I just play with black. So to get the white pieces, I'm going to play bots. And Wendy-BOT, I'll take the white pieces now. And on custom, we'll take the time control of 15 plus 10. And then we'll play. Okay. The white pieces. Okay, let's go. Let's try E4. See how she does. F3. Bishop C4. Bishop C5. Yep, C3. And E3. Now that the E5 pawn's taken care of, the knight can come to A5 and attack my bishop. Yeah, I could check, but then he blocks with the bishop. I'd rather keep my bishop and trade it for his bishop. So this was not a good move. I just calcium. And if I kick the knight, though, he can do the fishing pole trap. So we'll wait to see what happens. Wait till they castle. In the meantime, I think A5 was better instead of A6. After he castles, I'll play H3. Until then, I think I'll kick the queen. Do I want to kick the queen? Let's see let's spam on the queen side. Okay. I kick the queen goes to D7. Okay. Just do it anyway. Oh, weakening the light squares here. Okay. Now that's done. The bishop can just, I guess he can come back to C1, or I can come here. If I'm coming here, the path for my knight would be A3, C2, Queen E2, and finally Knight E3. And of course, if he castles, then I play H3. Do I want to play H3 now? I can play H3 now, yes. Because the fishing pole trap won't work. The fishing pole trap won't work. However, let's put the bishop here for now. Okay. If you want to play it that way, I'll just go right back there. Then after Queen D7, I'll take on F5. Do I want to take on F5? Sure. Take on F5. He takes. And now we will Queen E2, followed by Knight D2. White squares are really getting weak around there. I wonder. If I want to. No, not. I think I'll bring my bishop to G3. Okay. Now that that's lined up, though, I can play H3. Exactly. Bishop takes, followed by Queen E4. I like it. Of course, if he takes that way. Now I think I'll finish my development here. Aiming for D4. King is out of the way. More development, I think. Well, after Queen retakes on E6, that pawn is pinned. So that's a good deal for me. Now we're opening up the king here. And we're just winning material here. Okay, I'm up a pawn now. I think I'll block this F2 pawn so that my rooks can be free. My F1 rook can be free to join the action. Threatening mate in 1. Ah. We get this active rook off the board. He dares not play rook takes rook. Because after the king comes out, he can't play rook takes rook because after the king comes out, I take this rook and he has a bad bishop. I think I'll go after this pawn here with my knight. I don't think he has anything really. Okay. Now he has a bad bishop. This knight will pick up one of these pawns. If it doesn't get trapped, it should get trapped. No. She doesn't have anything. Mm-hmm. The knight will now stop this bishop from coming this diagonal. It probably wasn't the best thing. Takes, push, takes here. Bishop inside this diagonal, sure. Here we go. That's the decoy. I queen before he does. He can't go after this. Come on. So it takes. I queen with check. And it's all she wrote. The knight will swing around and take care of the checkmate. Okay. I can also that pawn is blocked. This pawn can be sacked for the knight at any point. Just get another queen. No problem. And the pass G7, I can just put my knight there. Okay. He does that though. That's fine. Let's get rid of some pawns here. This is a triple fork. Here, here, and here. Check. Discovered attack coming. Oh, this blocks the diagonal. And queen on board. This queen takes over this file, and this queen delivers checkmate. Hopefully I got over 90% this time, but I never know unless I do the game review. It's easier to get over 90% with white, obviously. Chess problems demand from the composer the same virtues that characterize all worthwhile art. Nope. Better than my last one, though, but still under 85%. Oh, 2 exclamation point moves. That's good. That's nice. No blunders this time. 5 inaccuracies. Those bore me. So let's look at the mistakes and the misses. Let's get the miss first. H3 is a miss. Okay. I believe I was missing some stuff here. Oh, was that the time to play E5? Probably. Let's see. She'll follow up. What was it better than H3? Oh yeah, just go for that. I thought she would play this. And well, wasn't quite sure how to handle that. So after H3, I was going to trade this bishop off for the knight and do what I did. So anyway. Okay, let's get back to, that was a miss, fine. The other move would be a mistake. That would be this. Knight H4 is a mistake. Why is it a mistake? No, I disagree with that. Why would I put my rook back there? So after this, I don't agree it was a mistake because it was my plan. That's what I planned to do. Instead of retreating my rook, I take rook, make his bishop bad, and I win one of these pawns. It happened to be, maybe perhaps I win them both, but I win one of those pawns. And after that, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns to 4. That was an intention, but I'm sure Stockfish move is better, so I should have done what this is. See, I don't understand why this is better than winning another pawn. So I can go 2 pawns up in the endgame, but whatever. We're not going to argue with Stockfish. Game review is currently not working. We apologize for the inconvenience and are working to fix it. Okay. Well, I guess that's, well, this is plus 2.83, so fine. I definitely felt I was better, but not having the skill of the engine, I want to go 2 pawns up in endgame. Okay, let's resume. No, let's not resume. Let's go back here. So I look at the mistake, I look at the miss, Inaccuracies bore me right now. So how about I get 2 exclamation moves? Let's see what they are. Yeah. I mean, of course I'm going to take the bishop. I don't know why that's great, but okay, fine. Okay, whatever. And the other one was d4. Yeah, this I thought was a good move because once, but it's the reason for bishop takes because the queen steps into a pin, and now the pawn is pinned, and now I have d4, and I can open up the king here. So that worked out. Okay. Let's do some puzzles before I sign off. We'll go to puzzles. Yeah. We'll go to survival. You do 10 minutes of that. What time is it? Okay. It's getting late. And so top score is 53. Let's see if I can do anything. At least get over 40. And there we go. Yep, that rook's a pin. So this is made in 2. Always equals free. Attacking my queen, therefore my queen's a desperado. This knight's protected, therefore I have a mate in 1. Queen loves to kiss the king. And mate in 1. Mate in 3. Mate in 1. So this turn to have fun. My queen before. This is a well-known pattern, mating pattern. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The queen will mate on this square. Oops, it didn't work the way I thought it would work. So I just win a rook. Okay. Knight comes here. If he takes with the queen or with the pawn, it doesn't matter. Or if he moves the king, it doesn't matter. It's checkmate. Queen goes to h8 is mate. White to move. Okay, might as well pick up this rook. And the king can't catch the pawn. This bishop is dead, I believe. My king is blocking that pawn. So this is no contest. Nothing to think about there for that one. I pick up the rook, put the queen. Black to move. Oh, black to move. Okay. So what's going to happen? I'm going to trade rooks. I'm going to shoulder his king off. I pick up this rook with my knight here. First move. Second move, queen takes pawn check. I think, oops, that was a mistake. I thought the rook wanted to get to the 7th rank. Okay, so here we go. This rook is pinning his pawn, so I can't take his queen. Therefore, I will sack the queen here and eat the queen. Made in one move. This is a rook sack. Gain time for the queen to enter the battle. And so what do you have here? We have, well, this is the tender square here. Get the rook into play. So just so knight 4 do it. Not trying to win material. He's got too much of that. If it goes here, he'd be crazy to come back here. This will lead to checkmate. So if we go here, he has to come up to the dark square. Tricky. So I can't go after the queen because he's up too many pieces afterwards. So I think the answer is knight here. If the king comes up, this knight is in the proper position to support the checkmate on this square. However, knight here, if the king goes back, queen checks here, rook interposes, queen takes rook checkmate. Okay, the queen's going to mate on this square, I believe. First, he's got to give up his rook and or his queen first. Oh, just made a one. captures knight. I'm on his queen, so we must retake. And pawn forks. Knight takes knight. Queen retakes. Pawn forks. Well, my queen's hanging right now, so I can't just take the bishop yet. I have to make my queen safe first. So queen exchange and then take the bishop. Maybe I'll stop before then. I'm getting tired. Okay, knight checks here. This king can't come here because of the knight. Let's move back. Then the bishop can move to winning the queen. Or no better move would be the bishop checks in the dark square. Then it'll be checkmate with the double bishop. What a beautiful mating pattern. Oh, I'm in check. I'm in check with the with the rook, so it's not going to be a checkmate. No, I had to block the check and put him in check. I understand now. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get to 40. That was a bad blunder. You can see the pattern. Bishop takes. If rook takes, we're going to, well, bishop has to take to open for the queen, I believe. Yeah, okay. So, if queen takes, and king takes, rook checkmates here. So the king cannot take. Therefore, queen takes, rook check, king down, rook checks again, king up, and the other rook does checkmate. It says 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. I guess it's mate in 5. One, two, three. 2 rooks and 4 minor pieces. He has the same. Knight takes knight. He must retake with the bishop. Then knight takes bishop check. So knight takes f4. You must retake to maintain material equality. Knight takes here as a check. Pawn takes d3, and then we pick up the extra bishop here, I assume. If I get 3 more, I'll be happy. If check, king comes to the light square. Bishop takes. This was tricky. When they get over 2,000, they start to get tricky. Okay. What am I thinking about here? First off, I can't play bishop here. So rook checks immediately. and I can't get out of check. That's number one. If I could get out of check, my queen would be hanging. So that's no good. So first I have to make my queen safe from this discovered attack here. I think I do that by using the queen on light square. Then bishop takes 9 as a check. You should have to retake with the rook. Oops, that didn't work. Okay. I got 37. I want to get to 40, but maybe tomorrow. All right, first off, let's see what happened here. I'm not going to work for it. I'm tired. Okay. How did I miss that check? Okay. Yes. And then I play rook here. But I guess the move, oh, the move is with the queen. So when he blocks with the bishop, my queen can grab this square. Okay, I understand now. And then there. Okay, fair enough. This one was just carelessness. Once I knew I had to get out of check, I should have looked at the different ways to get out of check. So in a puzzle, if you have more than one way to get out of check, so block the rook, very unusual. The queen must block, and then rook takes queen as mate. Okay, the queen blocked on that square, but that's fine. And finally, the third one. How come? Oh, I understand. I take advantage of the pin. I check from this square. And now when I take the knight with check, he can't take with the rook because the rook is pinned at this diagonal. And my bishop is just ravaging. He cannot take with the rook. Since he chose to do it, he unleashed the queen against the queen. Rook takes king g2. All right. Very good. That's a nice one. And I guess that's it. That's my short workout for today. If you would hope you enjoyed this video. If it's helpful, if you find it helpful, please give a comment, maybe a share, and subscribe for more. I'll try to do this maybe 5 days a week.